Yeah, I think a big thing, and a lot of kids that grow up, I mean, that's why I went away to school, is because it is a largely white community here, and it's crucial to have experiences with different people, with different cultures, different backgrounds.
Can we go to the beginning, Takara, on where you're from and how did your beautiful family wind up here in Alpena, Michigan?
I'm from Detroit, and it's a long story. I'm gonna sum it up. Like I got here because I'm on this Facebook group called Friends Helping Friends. It's like a whole bunch of women that's helping each other. I violated my lease where I was living there and let my sister and her kids come stay with me, and you know, I ended up getting evicted, and then after that I was struggling.
Through the connections Takara made through Facebook, she was able to move into a shelter, something temporary, to get back on her feet.
I happened to see the lady on Facebook, and I drove all the way up here. I didn't even know like where Alpena was at before I even came here.
Where did you think it was?
So I put in the GPS and saw this at 4 hours. I'm like, oh my God. Stopped and got me an oil change. I got one of my tires, put some air in it, and me and the kids, I think I only had one garbage bag full of clothes.
2 weeks in, Takara gave birth to her 1-year-old Skylar.
The ladies up there is really nice. Like, they watched the kids for me while I was in the hospital. And when I came back from out the hospital, like a week later, they had me a house, which was this. They found me a house. It's not everybody. It's not everybody up here racist. I met some really cool people.
Can you talk to me about what it's like to be a mother, you know, raising black children here in a town like Alpena?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, I liked the kids' school at first, and then I recently just like started having like different problems with the teacher.
Dorian is in the 5th grade, and he walks with his brother to Ella White Elementary School each day. A school is a place for learning and catching a break to shoot some hoops on the blacktop during recess. But for Dorian's mother, Takara, standing on his sideline is unbearable, hearing that her son gets called out of his name.
So the principal was asking me, like, why is it that Dorian keep on getting into it with everybody? This is the second boy he got into it with over the same problem. And I was letting her know, like, well, why do you think it is? Like, because of his race. Like, he's different from everybody else. So yeah, they're gonna pick on him.
I wanted to speak with the principal, but this was a matter I had to take up with someone higher. That's when I scheduled to meet with the superintendent of Alpena Public Schools, John Van Wagner. If there's a situation that happens in the classroom where a student is getting repeatedly called the N-word, what happens?
Well, the first thing is when we talk to kids, the first thing is we don't want it to get to that level. Really, if they have the first incident at that point, they need to let an adult know, because, you know, one time at that point it's not okay. And so I'd say in that situation, we would want the student to not let it get to that type of point where it's multiple times. If we get to that point where it's one situation like that, we want that student to report it so that we can begin for that principal to, you know, look at the situation and look at how we can resolve it first and foremost, rather than letting it escalate to any point like that.
The last time I almost got suspended and get a disciplinary slip because I kept on telling her the boy hit me first and I hit him back. And she kept on saying, you should have told me, you should have told me. And he told a whole different story. He kept on saying, calling him out his name, and I hit him. So then when I told her my story, she kept on ignoring me, and I said, I didn't even get to tell part of my story. And then she kept on saying, there's no reason to hear your part of the story.
Throughout the founding of America, there have always been divides between different ethnicities, different class levels, different professions, and it's still, unfortunately, alive and well today. And really what it comes down to, I think, a lot is about upbringing and how you're taught to view other people.
I would love to see in schools or in community to have some kind of festivals or some diversity programs where people can get together and learn each other's culture. That way people have more knowledge about each other's culture.
Priyanka is a nurse at Mid-Michigan Health Center, the same place where Mariflor works. Shortly after moving, Priyanka met a retired nurse who has lived in Alpena for about 40 years.
She saw me at work one day, and then we started talking. And then she's the one who actually, she was the one who actually introduced to the other families, and it was shocking for us because we thought there were no other Indians. When we had our Indian New Year, Miss Mary invited us to the Indian get-together, and that's when we met the other family. So it was very surprising, and it was very pleasing to see some of our culture. We were just so happy that, you know, we could have Dhrumi involved in it, and she takes some of it. So yeah.
In US is a Western culture we call. We are living northern Michigans. If you go cities, they have a lot of temples. They have a lot of activity for the kids. Then they can learn a lot of own languages.
We both know that Alpena is predominantly white, and you are a minority family. But not only that, you are minority business owners. What does it mean to be a minority business owner?
See, when we were looking for the business, we never had that in our mind, you know, because talking about me personally, when I moved to America, it was easy for me because when I got married and I moved, I was in Chicago, so there was a lot of culture, right? So I got blended into the American culture very easily at that time, and then coming to Alpena when we were looking for the options, that never struck us that we would be a minority or something like that. We were just looking for the right business and right town to raise the family.
What does that mean to have a child who is ethnically diverse grow up in a town that they have no origins to?
You know, a lot of these issues that you see playing out at a national scale is if you've never, you know, met someone that's different from yourself, it's hard for you to put those issues into perspective. But if you have, you know, the chance to meet someone and really engage in those conversations and, you know, talk about how being raised is different, talk about these issues, I mean, I think that's so crucial to being successful and to understanding what's going on.
I want everybody to know and to get to know Puerto Ricans as they really are. We are hardworking people. We are very strong personality people, and that's what I want to model.
I made a little research about the city and noticed that there is not too many young people around, that most of the people are elder people. My attitude was just, well, let's give it a chance and let's be positive. Let's be positive with this opportunity and at the same time be very grateful.
The Puerto Rico Mari Flor and Jose Yan once knew may have washed away many shared memories on the island, but their hearts are full with the spirit of giving.
Well, my friend, this is all Puerto Rican cuisine. We have here rice with sausage. The magic of this rice is just putting a lot of flavor into the water. And here we have like our Puerto Rican lasagna that is made with sweet plantains and ground turkey. You can smell the, you know?
It smells good.
Yeah,
Smells good. We cook for the family, and we want it to be good and tasty and warm because that's the way we are.
What about it?
When you think about just geographically where we're located, kind of by default, we're not going to get some of the ethnicities that might be more prevalent in southern parts of Michigan that are easier to get to. It was just by default, it was easier to travel to. It was easier for people to stay and settle. Throughout history, to get to Alpena, you had to take a stagecoach or a horse through basically northern Michigan jungle. You know, there are a lot of factors that led to how we developed, but also have led to who we are today.